in the minute it took me to find my phone. I'm going to preface this in a moment. I'll start it properly in a moment, just got to check. We're up and running on both YouTubes and Twitch, which on YouTube we're running. On Twitch, should we be running on Twitch? Because usually you need one to do the other, but we'll check it. We are live. I don't have the chat up for YouTube, so give me a moment. And then we'll get this thing running properly, and I will address everything. Because I find shit funny. I don't know. Okay, that's it. I'll do it. Right. I forgot that if I do that, that's what happens. Okay. I need to press start recording as well. So we'll do that. We'll get everything going, and I'll do the intro, and then. Hello, welcome back to NWA, the Legacy Years Reborn. We are starting on the tag team screen because this is the screen that I left it on when I was sorting out something off between episodes, which weren't much. Mostly it was just fixing small errors. Like I did bring one guy in, which is in here, which brings a surprise of when he was going to debut. But I did bring in Khan because I did say I was going to bring in Khan and reunite the Ascension, and they're called the Ascendants because I didn't want to break copyright, because we're doing this realistically. I say as if we... Actually, I don't think any of the other names for tag teams are copyrighted by the companies they're in. Anyway, I'm going to preface the fact that I'm wearing a Santa hat because right now, as we're recording and streaming this, so obviously everyone who's on the stream knows because they're on the stream, it is 6 days till Christmas, and I thought every stream we're going to do until Christmas Day, which might be just with one, might be more, I'm going to wear the Santa hat. If you're watching this as a video, it might not make sense depending on when this goes up, because it could be uploaded after Christmas if I'm that slow at getting it edited down into a more video friendly situation. Anyway, we are here. I will probably remove the hat at some point. I can't remember what the hat says, but it has writing on it to do with wrestling being real. So Santa is real, and so is wrestling. And I thought it's a fitting hat as well. Thank you to WrestleCrate. This was last year or the year before in WrestleCrate. Can't remember which year, but that's pretty much where I get a lot of my shit on. I've fixed some pushes, not pushes. I fixed some pushes as well, dude, and some gimmicks. I didn't fix his gimmick apparently. Oh, I did. Okay, yes, I did. Oh, why is he turned face? I don't think I was supposed to turn him face. Give me a moment. His tag team partner's Mance Warner, isn't it? So I don't think I was supposed to turn them face, because that means... Yeah, I think I was supposed to... I don't know why I was turning one called Manda's face when... Okay. Let's pretend I didn't just try and turn this guy face. Submit plans. He's staying a heel, but he's just becoming a redneck. I don't know how many other ones I've done that with. We will get the actual rundown of the tournament at some point in this stream, hopefully, depending on how close we get to... Or this video. Depends how close we get to the Crockett Cup. We're waiting on a couple circumstances that I'm not going to mention until it happens, because then I'll ruin the surprise of... It relies on circumstances, because I've done all the brackets and all this, but the brackets are kind of reliant on certain things. Anyway, I did actually, while I was just trying to sort shit out, I was like, oh, let's see what the AI has to say about things, and it just runs down pretty much everything that is quite obvious. Apart from somewhere in here, it does say about the champion's vision, which was to be a traditional promotion focused on in-ring quality and compelling characters. I can't remember how many of the people I've actually gave the gimmicks to. I might have forgot to, but apologise for that. It tells us top tier talent, good tag team fighters, got some well established promising teams like El Sky, Red Dragon, Grizzly Veterans, Los Circus Circus, Sunshine Machine, whatever. And the Crockett Cup coming up, perfect for that. Women's division momentum, a lot of them got a high momentum apparently. Mandas is going. I think that's the only one we've apparently got. That is now not going to be a face, but the redneck bit is. Oh, Lycos, Kid Lycos 2 is also turning heel. Forgot about that because I wanted them a heel team, and I forgot to do that when I hired Lycos 2. He's a face, and Kid Lycos the first is a heel, and I wanted them to be heels. We have some active storylines which are not set up by me. We've got good personalities, which obviously is going to be huge for us. We've got a good, talented, deep roster, which is what I wanted to have. Where we're going to go up until this pay-per-view, I haven't actually got the full idea yet of what we're going to do. If you're here on the stream, you're going to see obviously me. Oh shit, I forgot to actually put my chat back up. Give me a moment. But yeah. We've still got some shit to say. I don't know what we're going for. We will probably edit the production things because we've got a lot of money, but I want to see how much money we make per episode because I don't want to run the NWA into the ground on our way to success. Storyline wise, I did say I'm going to keep them, and I will. This is the only one where I'm a bit meh on. Because, well, they're a tag team. They're not in the tag team tournament, but they're a tag team. So we might just end that. We got, obviously, that leaves us with 4 feuds going into the pay-per-view. Are any of them for titles? Yes, them two are for titles, obviously. The tag team, there won't be a tag team feud because I can't be asked to sit here and set up a full-on storyline thing. I know it boosts popularity, but to have to put in 32 people into a storyline would take a while, and I don't think it's worth it. Especially as after the tournament, we'll be able to branch off into lots of different storylines from there, which will add a lot more. But we are 7 weeks away from the Crockett Cup, which is going to be a huge event. I'm glad it's 3 hours because I did all the maths on how many matches we've got to fit in. The tournament alone, I think, was 15. We also have the fact that I did Google how the Crockett Cup was done this year, and it was all recorded in a 2-day window or 1-day window, and it just got aired on NWA Power, which I found a bit strange. But that's just the way that is. We're not doing it that way. We're actually having real pay-per-views. We have 4 here. I haven't decided what we're doing for the belts. I can't remember who holds which belts. We have the World Television title, which has got no one holding it, and the current National Heavyweight Champion is Mims, so that then gives us this some legs. Mims are Silas Mason, not Taylor. That all then obviously run into the pay-per-view. We also have a lot of talent. Obviously, I went through and just fucking hired everyone. We will probably hire more people if I think we're a bit too reliant on other promotions. Cough cough. We have a lot of people who are coming in who work for the 2 big in WWE and AEW, like Bailey Matthews works in WWE. Blake Christian technically does, but you know he's only an informal agreement, so not too big an issue. Who else did we get in? Who from Brooke Havoc isn't? No, I don't think she was. Cax Hampton, who is still going to be known as Sol Ruka, because if I get my capitalisation right, I just think that's just better. I also now just... Is this all of them? Oh no. Oh, okay, I think that just changed, didn't it? Because I pressed on some... Okay. Anyway, we also have... Who else is from big promotions? Desmond Xavier. Technically he's still under contract with WWE until 16th of May. So, the Rascals might also have some issue depending on where his next contract is. I think the same go. But, well, him being part of the Rascals will. The other two won't. Who else did we sign from? James Drake. I think they work informally for AEW. If AEW ever do snap them up, yeah, that's going to be another team loss. Not Jay Bradley. Jay Malachi, of course. Javon Evans. We're going to keep him under the name Jay Malachi because that's his name. And apart from Soruka, we're not going to really be touching that. But yeah, we've got Jay Malachi in here. He's going to be working for us. But again, another big talent working from WWE. We also, I mean, we have like people from Noah, but these are informal agreements and stuff. And he's on a informal agreement with Noah anyway. Who do we have? Kenta Kobashi. Oh yes, because he's one of our agents. I can't remember what else we got from the big companies. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly as well, coming in from AEW. Again, contract, whatever he does with that contract will have a lot of say in what happens with a lot of things, because he could be leaving, which then makes Bobby Fish a little irrelevant. Cody Page is fine. Lourdes Negra. Leon Slater, I think he's working for TNA in this. Yeah, informal agreement. I hope he doesn't sign with anyone, but he could. Lucky Ali. Obviously, Saquon Sugars in NXT. But I think he'll be a great talent for us here. He's on a contract with WWE for that long. For that longest period on that contract, we will be able to book him. So he's got at least a year with us. Maddie Rankowski, former NWA Women's Tag Team Champion. Good talent to have around. Got until next year on her contract in WWE, so that won't change. And indie bookings are allowed. So we'll have her until at least until then. I don't know who else we have on contracts from other things, like Mystico from CMLL, but he works on a lot of informal contracts apparently. Psycho Clown is the same, but with AAA. He is. We also did bring in Robert Gibson, because if the game wants to go for him, we did bring in Robert Gibson because him and Ricky Morton, obviously the Rock and Roll Express. Rosemary still working for TNA on an informal contract, working for us on an informal contract. We also did bring in Scott Armstrong as a referee, which I think's a hilarious thing that we've done there. I think he's a great ref for us. I think we went through Sol Ruka's situation already. Yeah, I don't think we have any more that are under big issues. Obviously, James Drake and Zach Gibson have the same issue where if anyone comes in with a permanent deal for them, we're fucked. Simply put. But I think that's for most of our roster because everyone is obviously on informal contracts. And if anyone hold a contract and then contract situations happen, we will have to be very quick to get belts off them. Unless the promotion wants to do business, which a lot of them won't do, especially if it's the big ones like AEW and WWE. As we have learned, they don't like us. They didn't want to do deals with us. I don't know if it's because we're too small or too big for promotion. I didn't want to know. We've only got a 40 to 60 minute show per week leading through in Livewire leading up to the Crockett Cup. So we don't have too much time to fill. But of course we don't have much time to fill, but we have a lot to get through. Obviously we've only got the 4 feuds going currently. We still do have the television title to find a champion for. However, we are going to probably hold that off until probably not until Billy Starks is in the 7th of June. Okay, that's good to know. Joe Parker's yeah, like we have a lot of people on things here that are going to run out. Will we wait until NWA Into the Fire? Potentially, but also that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 8 weeks of television. And I think a TV champion should be maybe one on television. So maybe we'll do that after we get through Crockett Cup. We'll start working on that. But until then, we're in a situation. I don't think we have the time for a show intro. However, I think we could have a 1 minute show intro, which currently we need. Also, I did set up a brand for the NWA just so we could have a better look at who the heels are, who the faces are and stuff, because it's a lot of effort to have to run through that. Storylines here, we have all these. We wanna. I wish I could filter by champions. That would make it a lot easier. However, Tom Latimer. Do we even have 5 champions? We do. Yeah. Because we have the champion, we have the main champions, and then I'm pretty sure all the other 3 are in our mid card because they are Mike Knox, Trevor Murdoch. Will I run these every time? Probably not. I don't really know if there's much use to it. Is Mims in our lower mid card, and is the champion while in the lower mid card? So that makes me think that the national championship is not important. But it might be. We do have the pre-show things, then we don't use up time on the main show. But from there, we've only got an hour to fill. I wanted to do I don't know if this is something I can do. I can't do a welcoming thing, but I can do a promo, which is the Modern TV Open, which I think is a good way to start this. We can have our champion, when I can find the right thing. I can't remember what Colby Carino won to get his title shot, so I'm not going to be able to factor that in too much. Also, if you watch this video, you won't actually see most of this bit. You'll just see the bit where we have a done show and go into it. Modern TV opening singles. Oh yeah, I forgot I can actually do this, which makes things a lot quicker because it's Thomas Latimer, who's going to be interrupted by Colby Carino, and they can have a war of words. I don't want him to do that. Well, he can do that bit. We're gonna he's gonna welcomes in. I realised I put a capital start, didn't I? No, I didn't. In the, I should have written these out before, but because I didn't plan it. Welcomes in the new era and talks trash about Colby Carino, and then we kind of set it up for Latimer, Carino. Can I just casually? Why is this on the pre-show? Do I have to? Yeah. I think we can cut it down in a minute. Which means we have 51 minutes. We want to have some matches in here, which obviously we will have. We have 4 feuds to go, and I think we're going to kick things off for this feud, for this momentous first occasion, with the main event being for the women's championship. I think we don't have much time. Let's go like 9 minutes. Give the women time, but also we don't want to overdo it. Yeah, Johnny saying, "Come on in. I didn't get a woman in. That's my bad. I should have to win this." But Kenzie Page, her women's title is going to be on the line, and obviously we could go with a big, huge moment of Kenzie Page losing the belt on the first episode. However, I might do that. Thinking about it, that could be really big. I don't know how good Marco is. Stamina's good. Her psychology's left a bit to the side. Same with her wrestling skill. She's older than I thought she was. But she's got some good star power, good looks. But so does Kenzie Page for looks, and star power's only a little lower. I mean, I think I'd rather have Kenzie Page hold the belt as I don't know who's the heel or who's the face going into this, by the way. Kenzie heels the... Okay. So we're going to go a little cheeky with a little... I didn't want clean, that's why I wanted cheap. A little cheap pinfall over Natalia Markova. And I might push it down. No, I'll push it up a minute. Might push it down a minute. You know, we be a bit chill on it. So yeah, we have that main event, Kenzie Page versus Natalia Markova. We still have 43 minutes to add. That's fine. I might actually bump that back up. I realise we're doing a lot of 9 minutes here. So I realise that's our go-to at some point, probably. I want to have a couple of them being matches and a couple not. I think the Champion Challenge, which we did see that promo for that, which does set up a really good thing, Champion Challenge, which we then changed to be the Mims versus Silas. Champion Mims, challenged by Silas Mason, and I think that starts off well. We don't need not all these need to make it to the Crockett Cup. I don't think Mims versus Silas Mason will, and neither will the other feud that we're gonna get a little bit of shit going in, which is Jay Bradley versus... Sorry. He's the manager of him, and they're in a feud. I'm going to change this, and we're going to actually... We need a face. Well, we have hired quite a few people. And many of them are faces. Not probably many. I need to find ones that... Tesman Xavier's... Okay. Firstly, I need to fix that quickly. I'm pretty sure the other two members of his team are also faces. The issue is I've hired a lot of people for the tag team scene, not many for the main, just 1v1 scene. I could have Trey Miguel in there. Do we have anyone in the lower mid card? Because it makes a lot of sense. He's only an enhancement talent. Give him someone in the lower mid card who's a face, who's not busy. Okay, Morton's a heel. I did not expect that. We have a lot of heels, I'm realising. We might need some faces. We might be in a situation where we don't have many... We apparently have a good match of faces to heels. However, right now, I'm not seeing it. Do you know what? Do I have anyone else? I'm like, yeah, you'd be really cool to have in this situation. No. So, Jay Bradley's going to have a feud with Burchill. And I don't really care who wins this, not going to lie. Just go ahead there, have a match. I'll give you 6. I'll give you 6 minutes. I'll give you Tom Pritchard. I don't think anything else needs to be done for that. They're getting 5 minutes of a match. Like, we have time. I think I could probably actually put this match up to like that kind of period, because then all 4 feuds have got shit in there, haven't they? Yeah, Latimer, Carino, Kenzie Page, Markova, Mims, Silas Young, and that one that we're going to add Burchill to. I'm beginning to think we don't really have many options for feuds. However, we did bring in some people to be able to have matches, and one of them was James Storm. And so James Storm is going to have a match with someone who I don't care being... I mean, I could have James Storm lose. That's not an issue. But I think we give like a Blake Christian, nice little young up-and-comer. Give him like a solid 7 minutes. And I love you, James Storm, but we're going to have the youngster Blake Christian go over. I'm pretty sure he has a submission as one of his things. So he's going to win it by submission, I think. But I'm gonna protect him a little bit and have an agent in place. Kenta Kobashi is good because I have faith in these two apparently. We might have a little. Well, we have a little thing with it. We have some shit to come, so let's have a little something to do with the teams, because obviously we do have a long time to wait until the. So I could have some people have a little thing with the belts, but I don't do champions thing like any of that kind of stuff. I think we just give the champions a bit of time. They're in the mid card. I don't know why I was going to change that to talk. I've got to find them first, but they are Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch, because that's our tag team champions right now. And that leaves us. You can have to we've still got 17 minutes. It does say you can. To live advertising and recaps up to a third of the show, which would be 20 minutes. I think we move this from the pre-show. I think we should put it on the main show, don't we? And then like we have that, and we have some good shit. And this is it's took us half hour, and we've booked that first episode. I don't think we're gonna actually add much more to this. The teams are all going to be slowly revealed. Obviously, we've got 16 teams to reveal in 7 weeks. Everyone already knows the teams if you were here for episode 1. But I think like that's all we need. We don't need to book every minute of action. I think we're fine. So let's get into this. And welcome to the first episode of the NWA Livewire. Yeah, like, that didn't go too well for us. 62, but I don't think that's bad. I think that's okay. There was a 60 segment here. Tom Latimer's promo, really good. Tom Latimer's entrance, really good. So that gives us something. They had a dud. Jesus Christ, I know you're both enhancement talent, but I expected a bit more. Have pretty bad chemistry as opponents, and the time was all over the place. Okay, we're going to change that feud. I'm going to have to find someone else to do that feud. Fun times. And then we went to Minos Murdoch, put the tag team division on notice ahead of the Crockett Cup. Definitely didn't mess up. Didn't forget what it was called for a second. 63 segment, not the worst, not the best. James Storm versus Blake Christian. A 2-star match, not the worst. Only 46 crowd reaction and 50% in general, but nothing really happened for either of them. But I think it's a decent enough match. 2 stars ain't the worst. Silas Mason calls out Mims, saying he's well overdue a title shot, which he will get at some point probably. And we'll see where that goes. And Kenzie Page versus Natalia Markova. Okay, the finish slightly hurt the match quality, so 1 star, not great, but probably do a lot better. 40%, 41% crowd reaction, 45% title score, Not a great show. But we could have got a 55 if we weren't limited. So that's good to know. How much money we make per show is really important here. But that's week 1 down. And do you know what? It's not a bad week of action. To be fair, we did what we needed to do. We got max score. We need to work out who the fuck is going to join the other feud now. Mail, we've got 11 things. Revolver, informal. As long as it's informal, I don't care. Informal summary of NWA Live Wire. Sold 1,000 tickets, 25 grand made there. Another 1,000 in Triller income. We lost money on Oceana, only getting 160 views. Which we got 1,000. We got 2,000. Oh yeah, because we paid 1,000 per thing. So that one there. But we make 8 grand from North America per show. In Europe, we made another 2,000. In Asia, we made 700. In Africa, we lost 182. So we had more people watch it in Africa than we did in Oceania. And Vipers has been offered a contract by Revolver. I'm assuming it doesn't really matter. Like, it ain't going to be a big contract. But yeah, let me show you some on the brands. Because I was like, oh yeah, we have a really good mix here. Obviously, we don't have a heel in the main event, but that's fine. Upper card heel is Silas Mason. So he might be good. We have plenty of faces. And we have a face and a heel, which works perfectly. But like, look at this. Like, this is really even. We also do need to go and change Desmond Xavier to being a face so he matches the rest of Rascals. But like we should have a good amount of people here. I don't know why I didn't put Kratos in there. That would have been him or Odinson would have been good choices to be in that feud. And do you know what? That's we were gonna add him. Am I risking it that it might not be that good? Yes. But we are gonna add in Kratos. I don't know why I picked Kratos over Odinson. I just remember Kratos better than I remember Odinson. And that's sorted. And that will now be a feud going forward. We're going to do the first reel of the tag teams in the next one, which will be... Who knows? We'll see which ones I decide I want to put in there first. Have any of our champions actually hold the belts for like a really long amount of time? Kenzie Page has been champion for 584 days. So that's a huge one when she loses the belt. Tice Latimer held the World Heavyweight title for 214 days. Shortest range was Shane Douglas, okay. Also, the shortest range of this women's championship is Serena Deeb at 228 days. Like, how many champions have there been, though? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's only been 5 champions. So, being the shortest 228 days isn't the worst. We currently don't have an NWA World Champion or Television Champion, but we will do. Murdoch and Trevor. Murdoch and Knox have held the tag titles for nearly a year, and Mims has held the National Championship for 214 days. Okay then, very good. Connect Texista win some titles. I'm just looking through here. Dragon Light Plan to win the again around Sean Skywalker. We're like, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that I could try and sign Bozilla, really. She's a good women's talent at 21 years old. She's finding out Dream Star fighting Marigold, so she's at Marigold. They just really like to make the names really long, apparently. I'd like to hire her, I think. I think that would be a good... Just how... That's how stop correctly. She only held the title 16 days before losing it. But I think she's a really good person to bring in. And if it's in an informal paper appearance from Glee, but I do think we go to Bozilla. Can I just... Yep. Cool. We'll shortlist Bozilla because that's an option for the future. A lot of women are being talked to, and a lot of the Japanese stars. So Brookside is going to work for WXW apparently. No real huge news. Okay. now we just gotta get to the next episode, and the luxury of people who are not watching this live. They don't have to watch all this happen in the moment. So, also, I've just remembered I'm wearing the hat. I should have made my thing all Christmassy, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Takumi Iroha's going to a formal deal for. Is there any of these I really care about right now? No. Bob Presley on the thing. What, like, how much did we make from that? Generally, we made 28 grand because venue cost was 4.8. Development was 2 point thing. No, staff wages were 2,200, and travel was 500. I hate to see how much it's going to cost us in travel for that thing we've got coming on. You know, the Crockett Cup, because we've got teams from Europe, Asia. I think those are the big ones because that's a lot of travel. Because the other ones are, well, America, and Mexico. Which Mexico might be a bit of money more, but not insane. I release Bozilla's going. Oh, I'm gonna make an offer to join us for a toilet for Bob Presley. I'm gonna keep going about Presley apparently. Hey, Jazz gonna work for CZW as well as us. We need to sort Desmond Xavier because I still haven't done it, and I didn't realise he was. There we go. I do need to actually just. I think I might just have them be the first minute scene just so I can get the heel tone done, the face tone. Because we've got 6 weeks. I think 6 episodes, and then the event. So, yeah, that's gonna be not the. We got time. It's not 3 an episode because that's 18, but we've got we got 6 episodes. We got 6 episodes. Mary Kenzie's going on tour. GCW trying to build a company around him. We're just looking on here more for any huge deals, and also anything we're like, oh shit, we're screwed here, kind of situations, which I don't see happening yet. After the Crockett Cup, we might be more in that situation. I think as the month goes on, we'll be more in that situation, especially with some people's contracts. I mean, I'm assuming it'll tell us, like, of people who are working for us. They have a fucking panda. Oh, Mark Dallas is going to work for Mystery Wrestling. If you're not from the UK, you don't know who Mark Dallas is. Actually, you might, because he did. No, wait. Did he? No, I'm thinking of Jim Smallman. I think Mark Dallas might have worked a bit with WWE, but he was more ICW. Nothing big here. No, not really. Not really that big of an issue. We've nearly got through the week. As long as nothing big happens, we'll get through the week, and we'll go on to the second episode, and getting closer and closer. How did Joe's contracts expire with the NWA? Did we not sign her onto an indefinite contract? Thank you. So, yeah, I thought you would have been on that already, but apparently not. Apparently I didn't plan that well. New Japan climbing a big push for Shota Umino, Yota Tsuji. Oh, they're going to build the company around Yota Tsuji. Shota Umino and Caveman Ugg. Like, a lot of this isn't too big of issues right now. I mean, there's one person I'm thinking of bringing in at some point, and that's Evie, also known as Dakota Kai. I can't remember what she goes by now. I can't remember what she actually put her new name as. But Phil Kent has won the title. And Keno and Endo have won a GCI. Why couldn't that be Kaito Kiyama, because that would have been a huge thing when they came into the tournament. Oh, we're here on the Tuesday the 8th of April, and it's time for the Oh, we can make special episodes. Cool. That's good to know. We'll probably do that halfway between Crockett Cup and Into the Fire as a big thing for the where we're gonna win. We're gonna crown the television champion. That's what we're gonna do. No cheat. I can auto book. Let's have a look at what kind of things it's looking at. Wow. Tommy Rant versus Bailey Matthews and Odinson versus Desmond Xavier. That's the car. Okay, let's have a look. Is it going to come with anything better the second time? It came with some stuff. Not giving us anything. I'll give it another go, but nothing's coming up like really big. No, yeah. I mean, with that. That's a nice little crossover. Misko vs Kaito Kiyama. 1, brilliant match. 2, not going to happen. But I guess after the tag team, especially if it's tag teams are going to be around for longer, which, where we kind of own in a way both members of that team and in America, which I don't really think there's many. I think really the only ones we really got is Cruiser's Young Veterans, the Rascals, the teams that are already in the company. But yeah, I think we do the 2 announcements. I don't think I'm going to put a show intro on every time. It just seems a bit redundant. Obviously, it's kind of a given, isn't it, that you're going to have an intro to the show. We're expected to have another 981 people. That's summer. I wanted to do. Can I just put an announcement? If I can spell announcement, probably. Yeah. New signings. I guess we just do new signings. Or I think I know a good way to do this, which is I think I know it. Oh yeah, tag team debut and promo, and we just do many tag teams. That we do one of these every week with a tag team, and actually no, I think we do. Alright, I think I know what I'm going to do. I know how we're going to do this. We're going to do this as a video package. I'm just going to write it in. I'll write it in on here and then drag it over because I don't have a Word document open. It makes it a lot more effort to do. It's not a Word document open. We're going to have to. This is really good to have open anyway. Which is a Google Doc where we can actually just type in stuff and then just drag it over. And it also let me do stuff when I'm planning in between episodes. But I didn't plan anything. But I want to do a little thing where it's just like oh, the first entrance into the Crockett Cup are revealed. We've got 6 weeks to do 16, which I think works out quite well at 2 a week, and then we have 4 left, and then you'll be split. So every second week there's 3. Yes, that works. I think. Yeah, it would. It'd work. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure we'll overdo it, but or will we? Because 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, which is 15. Okay. I think we do 3, 3, 2. I don't know. Okay. Video. Anyway, teams. Just give us the massive list. Obviously, first team to be announced will be in here somewhere. Knox and Murdoch, because, well, they're the champions. They're obviously entering the Crockett Cup. We'll also announce, I think we do like huge name and then just two, no offense, lower ones. Which the huge first name that we're gonna announce in this is gonna be capitalised on Keno winning the. Actually, I guess we'll have one from each continent. So an American team, a Japanese team, or an Asian team technically, and then we'll announce one of the UK teams. And the first UK team we're going to announce, I can't find because it's the Sunshine Machine, whose name I'm still going to have issues pronouncing. So that's that, and then because I don't think I can actually I can't paste into here, which is really annoying. I don't know how the bearded booker did it, because I can't make out how you do it. Yeah, I can't work out how you do it. I did it fucking for the AI thing yesterday. I just can't work out how you do it now. I just have to fucking put it in here, man. I'm gonna have to type this out. I'm gonna have to type out everything every time because I can't. Okay, you do it. For which makes this a lot of a harder process to get done. I also have to look down to type. I'm not good with keyboards. The first entrance to the Crockett Cup are revealed, and they are names that I'm gonna have to try and remember. All Rebellion, Murdoch and thingy. I think we put that in the that'll go in the middle of the card. After the promo last week, Silas Manson is going to try and prove why he deserves that title shot, and he's going to face someone in the lower mid card because that's more the jobbers. He's going to face a heel that's not in a tag team, hopefully. I have a good way to do this. We have a geezer. We can also just get someone in this, and that would do the job. He is going to fight Birch. He's going to be our go-to jobber. We're not going to go long, 4 minutes, quite easily. Tom Pritchard can take charge of this, and of course, the winner is going to be the man who needs the win in Silas Mason. Gives him a little. Also, we have like a long time to book. Like, I don't need to go overboard with this. Colby Carino, obviously last week, tried to show he belongs, and well, tried to show that he was for it. So this week he can do an interview there's an interview I'm looking for, but I can't find it. An interview about a rival, that's what I was looking for. Colby Carino. I don't know if they fix this. Well, the odds are they haven't. We just need now personality. Who's our personality gonna be? Raven's busy. Moira Diaz Gomez, because she looks like she will. Oh yes, I have to fix this every time. Can I? Oh, this is finally something you can do. You can just. Okay, I could. So how did I? I just moved him and I can't move her. Okay, Moira just. I don't know how I just did that. I moved one and I can move the other. And then we just let Tom Latimer the subject. Further a little bit of a feud there. 5-minute little interview. Sounds good. We need something to start the night off, and I think we're doing it the same way. We're using the WWE method of always having a modern TV opening where it's a promo, and most of the time someone answers the promo because it works for WWE, and Shane is still Vince's son. So I did that the wrong way around. Yeah, I forgot how to do that. They just don't show up. Okay. Just cancel it. Just cancel it and then just go back in and redo it. And get the right way in this time. Kenzie Page interrupting Natalia Markova after Markova is not very happy because, well, Kenzie Page cheated. Retain the women's championship. Might have a tag team match, a little title match before, you know. But here we go. This now will start the show. That's we're gonna need a match. I want to go. I like to have 3 matches on my card, which makes sense. We have the time. J. Bradley again, gonna have another match. He won his match last week, and he starts his feud this week with Kratos. I could have just made this so much easier myself, and just did that. He'll take on Kratos, who doesn't need. I swear then, I'll set his manager up to be Aaron Stevens, who's a heel. That might be why. I don't think. Also, sorry, Wrecking Ball. Oh, I think it's because he turned, but he's still managed by him. I don't know. It's weird that the managers are going to be the opposite. Yeah, so it just makes it really fun. I also didn't realize. I forgot Jazz was there. It always makes a really fun dynamic. Johnny's no. What's the other matches? I don't know. Johnny Saint can do it. Dorky wins again. Not really, but I'll still give him like 7 minutes. We've done all the feuds, stuff for all the feuds, so it's just a little bit of fun. Which, I know how to do this. Before the main event will be that. We'll have the main event. Who did we already have in the company? Who was already in the company? We did have a women's match. We haven't got a women's match on this card. So the women get the honour of main eventing the show, and we will have Max the Impaler make her debut to fight a woman who isn't. I've got also born a lot of them. We've got Vipress, who we could give a match to here. We have too many people to like always introduce more very slowly. So she can take on Valentina Rossi, and obviously we're going to give Kenta Kobashi, the best guy here. He's going to do this, and Max the Impaler is going to welcome her to the wasteland. And that's... I want to try and at least get to the Crockett Cup, and maybe we'll start the next episode with the Crockett Cup. Maxime, I didn't do him. Yeah, they can go for a minute. You're the main event. We'll give you 13 minutes, which means we've done it again where we've got about what we wanted, time wise. But we have all that booked, so that's fine. And let's see how the second episode of the NWA Live Wire goes. They started a better, 65%. That's a really good start for us. But Silas Mason and Burt Shaw, although it was mostly just... I should have made that a thing where it's just make Silas Mason look really good. Credit action was low. Match quality was only a 1 star, but 45% overall, not the worst. Colby Carino was interviewed, got 71. Beautiful segment. Just what we want. Jay Bradley took on Kratos, and Kratos beat Jay Bradley, and he got a good little boost for it. We love to see it. Jay Bradley didn't get what he probably wanted there. He got a loss, and it's not great. 35% crowd reaction, 1% a 1 star match, and a 42% final score. Not the best, not the worst. Angle involved the announcement of the first team to the Crockett Cup. We have the NWA Tag Team Champions, Mike Knox, Trevor Murdoch. Knox and Murdoch. We have 2 members of a faction who have just won gold in Noah. It is Keno and Kaito Kiyomiya. That is All Rebellion. And we have our first European contention, TK Mambo, the Sunshine Machine. And that's our first 3 entered into the Crockett Cup. Only another 13 to be revealed. And in the main event, Max the Impaler took on Valentina Rossi. In a match where Max the Impaler won. 42% crowd reaction. 2-star match. Pretty decent. Final score 51%. Love to see it. Max the Impaler gained. Valentina Rossi didn't lose, so that's lose any popularity. That's always good. The intimidating presence of Max Impaler added to the match. Max Impaler thrived in an intergender match. Oh, oops. I don't know why I always assume. I think it's the hair. Even though, who cares? She likes him to end wrestling. It was a good match. Cool. I need to remember that Max Impaler's not in the women's division. Sorry if I've offended any people. I made a mistake there. However, we just love intergender wrestling. It's a good match. Kenta Kobashi helped. Valentina Rossi was a little out of breath by the end of it. She should have had the stamina for a match of 13 minutes. Valentina Rossi thrived in an intergender match. Love to see it. Kenta Kobashi did the heavy lifting. Cool. So we could have got 58, which would have been better than the first show. 45% show score. Pretty decent. Go lads. We've booked the first 2 shows of 7, and we've been going an hour. This might take a lot longer than we thought. Valentina Rice, summary of the wire. We sold out again. We made a grand in South America. Plus 830 in Oceania. made nearly 10 grand in North America, 2 grand in Europe, 859 in Asia, and we lost money in Africa with 209 again. Africa's liking us more than Oceania. That's very interesting. Good to know though. If we can get any African talent in, let's have a look. Because, you know, good way to get yourself boosted in these kind of things is, well, I'm assuming having talent from Africa in the continent, no, we're based in birthplace, we want an African, because you'd assume they're going to be quite popular. There's not many of them. Adam Rose, of course, born in South Africa. Forgot he's still, oh, he's not a non-wrestler. He's a non-wrestler. Angelico, who is under contract with AEW, otherwise an idea. Obafemi, who would have loved to brought in, but not possible. We are going to shortlist him just in case we can do something. Omos, also he fought in GH. He fought in I'm gonna say JHC. It's not JHC. It was Noah, but that's the tag team. That's the name of the title. So he would have been a cool one. Kofi, PJ Black, who's unemployed currently. That's definitely someone to keep an eye on. Prince Nana. He's not a wrestler, but might be alright to have. Queen Aminata, who's born from Guinea, is at AEW. So, and Tayonga, birthplace Zambia, based in London. She's got zero popularity in everywhere but North America, even though she's based in London. Okay. I think PJ Black might be someone to bring in. Because, you know, he's a talent. Could he'd do a good feud with like of Blake Christian or any of the members of the Rascals. I think we bring him in that bloated mid card as a face. He is a thrill. E.g. Justin Gabriel. It's almost as if PJ Black is Justin Gabriel. Thank you, accepts contract. That might be the beginning of something. So that's pretty cool. Good to know. We just need to. Alan Angels is going to work a tour with All Japan. Is anyone? Nothing like huge news yet. Oh, shit! Nothing like huge news. Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis Bennett announced their divorce. The event that has taken fans and the wrestling community by surprise. The celebrated pair couple, Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis Bennett, have officially announced the decision to part ways and file for divorce. Holy shit! That was not on my bucket list to happen. What does Maria do now? Has she even got a job? Oh, she is. Oh, she works with in Ring of Honor more than AEW, doesn't she? But we're 2 shows in. If we even get like 4, and then if we do 4 an episode, we might be in a good position. Attack. Want to build? Of course, I swear Attack is owned by Morgan Webster. Does that make sense? Plan big push for Connor Mills and Jules, which I'm pretty sure they are a tag team. I'm pretty sure they have a name now. I can't remember what it is. But it's Nico X Mills, as I know him, in progress. I'm pretty sure that's them. I might be wrong. Kuro's doing a tour with Choco Pro. Oh, he, like, you know. I thought that was Rhea Ripley. I was like, title match. Odinson would like a title match. Fine. You can have a title match. You are going to lose it. He only has to have a title match and he has to win it. Yeah, he wants a title opportunity, that's fine. Frankie Kazarian. Why is Frankie Kazarian coming up? Did I add him to... No, I don't know why Frankie Kazarian's coming up. But we've got a couple of things to have to book. I've wore this hat longer than I expected to. I thought I'd take it off. I haven't. But this is the way we're streaming for Christmas now, is just with the hat. So, you know. So I was just checking shit on my phone. Right, let's do these. Oh, it's not there. We still need to go for 2 days. Anything big happening here? Big Damos won the ICW 0G title. Morgan Webster's won the Attack title. 24/7 title anyway. We haven't actually booked Hollywood Hailey J yet. And I was like, oh yeah, she's going to be a really big star for us. And I just haven't booked her. I'm going to book her on the next show, if I remember. She will wrestle a match. Along with other. We've got to announce the next 3 members of the events. I'm also going to quickly, as this does, I'm gonna, just so I can remember, I'm gonna write down who I've already put there. So Sunshine Machine, Rebel and Nox and Murdoch. Yeah. Time to book this talent match. Right. First thing we do is the video. We get this team situation sorted to start off the show, which will be the announcement. One from each continent, which only works to a degree because we've only got 2 Japanese teams, 2 Mexican teams. We've got 4 European. Do you know? The way we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna announce an American. We're not gonna announce an Asian team. We're gonna announce a fully American one here today, and those are gonna be the announcement that who are we going to announce? We're going to make a huge announcement that... No, actually, no. We're going to go with Rascals, which is this iteration of the Rascals. We're also going to have the announcement of... who's the other one we need to... The Second Gear Crew. And the Colognes. That's our international announcement. Which will mean we've still got to announce 2 European teams, 2 Mexican teams, no, 3 European teams, 2 Mexican teams, a Japanese team, yeah, and yeah. I can't remember how long I gave you one. I'll give it 3 minutes, and then it's just the next entrance into the Crockett Cube are announced. The light blinds me off there. I can't type correctly. There we go. Right, there we go. That's that. I said I was going to book Hollywood Hailey J in a match. She's in the lower mid card, if I remember correctly. She is. There's Hollywood Hailey J. So she's going to have a match. She's a face. I thought she was a heel. Okay. She's going to have a match with a woman heel who is a lot more hard to come by than I thought it would be. She can fight our women's champion's sister, Kylie Page, in a match where Johnny oh yes, I forgot they go up in things when the more they do. Hollywood Hailey J is getting the win with a double foot stomp. I prefer it. So that's, and I forgot to give him time. I'll give him 8 minutes. I'll give him a good amount of time, make an impression. Girls, show off, I guess. We're also gonna have I'm gonna put the matches in then because it's segments. Do I want any of these in matches? They've had like 2 matches now, and I think this is the good one to have a promo. Bradley asking for a rematch against Kratos, so we will do that, which is gonna be it's call outs, I think. Oh, bless me, apparently. No, well. Oh, here's one. There we go. Demands a match with a certain person, and it's just going to be this one. No, not you. I don't need you in the demanding worker. Kratos is the requested opponent, and who is our backstage person? Who, I guess it's Mr. Shane O'Mac, because I haven't hired anyone to do that. Well, I could get Mick Foley, but not gonna. Shane McMahon, he's a little bit of an on-screen character now. And we're gonna have that backfire, obviously. The other 3 matches here: Mims versus Silas Mason, Kenzie Page, Natalia Markova, Latimer, Colby Carino. I can't remember who's the face and who's the heel. Latimer's the face, Colby's the heel. So our main event, we'll see our champion in action. In which Colby Carino is going to be at ringside. And Latimer is going to have a match against someone, someone who's decent but not insane. Who did we bring in? Who can do this with? I mean, we got Lucky Ali. That would be a little nice thing to do. But I put a lot of people in just to do one role, and I'm like, I don't want to book them yet into shit. But what I will, I'm in the mid card. I want in the low mid card because we might have someone in here. Do you know what? Kerry Morton is gonna fight Thomas Latimer, and I didn't mean to do that one. I wanted to do that one. Main event: Kenta Kobashi going to do his job, and Mr. I think I'm going to let Latimer go over. He's gonna do it even once with the right side of suffering, but we are gonna, put a little notes in there. Colby Carino will get involved. And we're also, I needed a time. Yeah. It's gonna be Pust match. After a match of work hits, so we're going quite simple, just so we can have Latimer stand over. Not the other way. Carino stand over Latimer. It's a nice little way to end the show. The main event, of course, big main event. We'll see. I was thinking to put Kerry Morton over, maybe just to gives us a new contender for Thomas Latimer. But I'm like, I think we want Thomas Latimer to win his first match under the control. And it's with a little bit of, it would have been a bit of a cheeky loss to him to take. But, and I think we've got Kenzie Page and Natalia Markova. I can't remember what they did last week. They had. Did they do the TV opening? They did the TV opening last week, didn't they? Yes. I think the other match we was going to do, we'll see. Again, Blake Christian's going to have another match with someone. Okay, I'm realising we have a lot of women more into this. I don't want to give him one of the upper mid carders yet. I think I want to feed some people to him first. And the person we're going to feed to him today is Tommy Rant. Just like 3 minutes having Blake Christian. Just, you know, we're going to build him up before we have PJ Black make his debut and be like a little foil to him. Is it going to work? You'll find that out. But I think that's a nice little middle of the card number, which means we've still got something to do with 2 of the 4 feuds. Yeah, Mims and Kenzie have nothing going on right now. So, I mean, we have plenty of time. We've booked quite a few little things. But, you know, we don't want to... The eventual aim is that we're going to have Mark Over and Kenzie Page fight again at the pay-per-view. I'm thinking we have them fight again in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. But for now, you know, they're yet to get physical, I'm pretty sure, or did they have a brawl? I think they haven't got physical yet. And we're going to keep it that way again. So we're just going to... have a little attack. Oh no, I didn't want to get physical yet. I was like, oh yeah, we're not going to get physical, and then show them, like, yeah, let's have an attack. I think they're going to do it again. Same thing they did last week. Just have another modern TV opening. But we switched the roles around. And this time, Kenzie Page is going to come out and chat shit about Natalia Markova. Before Markova responds, and we have a good opening. We still have something to do with Mims and Silas Mason. And I think we're going to have like Silas Mason be like, I've won again. I can't remember if Silas Mason's the heel or the face in this. I also just putting Silas there. He's the heel. So he doesn't need to be going about things the nice way. And I think that's what we will slowly get into. Like, he again challenges Mims, if I can spell champion apparently. And then the next time he does it again, Mims is like, no. And then he takes it, like, okay, I'll go the other way. I tried to be nice. You didn't take it. Now I'm going to end your career. Kind of shit. I think we do it that way. A little promo thing before that happens. We've only got 30 minutes left, and that's a good way to do it, I think. We did that quite well. So now this is week 3, and it is time to book. We're still not filling out our large room in New York. So, a good opening, 68, not the worst. Kenzie Page has actually got a good thing. A 69 for the promo isn't the worst, especially in that position we're in now. Markova making their entrance, good. Just the engaging the sparring weren't the best. But you know, Kenzie Page just came out. She's like chatting shit. Markova's responded, and you know, Markova said, "I'll see you soon," kind of thing. Now, first match of even Haley J, Hollywood Haley J versus Kylie Page, the sister of the woman who was just out here chatting shit. the women's champion Kenzie Page, and well, she couldn't get the win over Hollywood Hailey J, and Hailey J takes that victory. Yeah, she's did a good show. She had a good match. 38. The match wasn't the best. It was a 1-star match, but good final score. We'll take it. And Silas Mason calls out Mims. He's came out again. He wants that title shot. He won last week. He's like, see, I deserve this. And again, Mims is just, I don't know about that. I think you need to do a bit more to earn your shot. And then a big announcements have been made. The next 3 competitors in this tournament are going to be the Rascals of Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz. The Second Gear crew, one called Manders, Mance Warner, and the Colognes, Epico and Primo Cologne. And just like that, we can then fix the issues. And that's the first 3 people. That's the first 6 teams announced for this tournament. Who else could be in it in the next 5 weeks? And now, the next matchup, Blake Christian versus Tommy Rand. 3 minutes it took for Blake Christian to beat Tommy Rand. A nice victory for him. Half-star quality match, weren't great. Kurdish weren't the greatest. It just didn't go as much as it. This was actually too short to get a good match out of it, which was kind of the aim. So that performance was much worse than usual. I did forget to make it a bit more. I keep getting to the thing. Anyway, Jay Bradley demands a match with Kratos. He's not happy about his loss last week. He stormed into the office of Shane McMahon and he's went, I need Kratos again. I'm going to beat Kratos. But Shane's done, we'll see. You might get your match. And in a big thing, Thomas Latimer took on Kerry Morton, the son of one half of one of the greatest tag teams of all time. And they had a good 12-minute match. And 1.5 stars, not the worst. Kratos went top. Final score 50, not the worst, not the best. But they had a good match. And Tom Latimer comes out on top, the champion, showing why he is the champion in a match between 2 great competitors. But after the match, Colby Carino storms the ring after not being able to stop Latimer winning in the match with his cheeky little distractions and trying to help out Mr. Kerry Morton. After the match, just lays out Thomas Latimer just to end the show, holding up that NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Our show are getting better. 59 this week as well. Show only comes up to 45, but it could have been a 59. Gaining good popularity. We're looking good. 3 weeks in, we're doing great. And now, how many more weeks have we got until the pay-per-view? Is it another 3? No, another 4. It's another 4, yeah. With 10 competitors to go, which will mean another 2, 10. Yeah, okay. Zilafatu, who is someone I might look into bringing in. Someone lower. We didn't sell out this time. Not great. We made 1,000 on South America. We lost money in Oceania again, like we expect to. We made $8,000 in North America, pretty decent. Another $2,000 in Europe. $859 in Asia. That's came down a bit, I think. And lost 200 in Africa, so we got a couple more views in Africa this time. Pretty decent. Right, Zilafatu, I'm pretty sure he's on the shortlist. He is the kind of man I'm thinking to bring in not too long time period. Big push for Santana. Build the company in Mustafa Ali. I think we are going to go for 4. Well, I mean, it took us 22 minutes to get another episode, to get 3 episodes done. Anyway, we're on 22. So we might go another 1, might go another 2. But we might go 1. We then set up the next 4, end it on that big one at the Crockett Cup. could be. I think that's a good way to do it. I think we'll go for one more episode. Desmond Xavier has been offered a contract by WWE, which we're expecting. Obviously, he is part of the WWE. We were expecting him to sign a new deal. That's not a problem. It's if he doesn't have that indie bookings allowed in that contract, we then are looking at going into the Crockett Cup with him not fully, him not being around for too much longer. Desmond Xavier has been offered a contract by New Japan, and Drew Parker's increasing their booking fee by $30, the sneaky bastard. But that's fine. Completely fine. We have plenty of talent we can bring in for shows that we've got in from AEW and WWE. I'm not utilised a single one of them yet, I don't think. I don't think any of them have had a match. But, they're here to be special things. Shibata signed an exclusive deal with AEW. Then as Desmond Xavier signed a deal with New Japan. Persephone's left CMLL. And she's going to just be with Actress Girls for until January. Okay. She's a good wrestler. So might be a good one to keep an eye on. WWE planning to build around Argonaut. Millie McKenzie left RevPro. She signed for another company then. She's going to join Actress Girls as well. Some good talent here. Nothing. I would assume that this probably isn't going to have the indie bookings allowed. It doesn't have the indie bookings allowed. Disappointing. But we're looking pretty decent. We know that Desmond Xavier will be here for the Crockett Cup, maybe not too much longer. Well, he'll be 25 days after the Crockett Cup he'll leave. Or is it? No. Crockett Cup on the Crockett Cup on the 1st of I think it's on the 17th, so it's a week after. So his final appearance might be at the Crockett Cup. B. Priestley leaves Revolver. Persephone leaves CMLL. Both of them, I'm assuming, leaving to probably go and join Actress, I'd assume. Punishment Martinez has won the NXT Championship, with Bayley winning the Women's World Championship, and Joya trying to sign again or dealing for Jacob Fatu. Kaito Kiyomiya and Raj Desi win the MLP World Tag Team Championships. Trevor Lees won the MLP Heritage Championship. Bo Priestley has left Revolver to go and do a couple of months at Dreamstar fighting Marigold. Indie bookings allowed. Interesting. And now we're getting closer to the next show, the last show of this episode, and what will set us up for when we come back in that 4 weeks then leading into the Crockett Cup. Yeah, 3 weeks and then the Crockett Cup. Revolver making an informal contract offer for Nixon Yule. Brianna Brandy signed a contract with WWE. I suppose Kyle Fletcher's contract was expiring. Wait, what? I swear down his contract was longer than the 3rd. Or is that just because he signed a new deal? No. Okay. I am gonna cheat, but that's just because I'm an idiot. And that's just I'm gonna fix Desmond Xavier's thing, because I apparently weren't paying attention when I brought people in. But We brought him in for a contract thing. I'm not messing with that, so like, you know, we are just pushing his contract status to be indefinite, which is what it should have been. I don't think I've made this mistake with any of the others. Well, I hope I haven't anyway. I haven't really paid enough attention to work out if we have. I think most of them are signed on indefinite deals. Right, I can actually look at this. Contract expiry date. So does that just mean all of these are got no expiry on them? Yeah, so like the only one that had expired was Desmond Xavier, and that was my fault. But we are now on to the Tuesday on the final episode before we go into which we might actually put the big match for the second match between Markova and I think, yeah, because then there's got another 3 weeks then build into the Crockett Cup, or do we just give them 2 weeks after? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Anyway, it's time for the next episode of NWA Livewire. Let's have a look at if all the books about how to book yet. No, not really. It's not. Just like, yeah, let's give you half-hour matches. Yeah, that's just not going to work. Right, first thing we do, same thing we do every time. It's 4 weeks we tend to go, which is 2 or 3 and 2 or 2. We'll do a 2 here and then a 3 for the next one. Yeah, you do 3 and then we do 2 2s and then a 3. And this week's are, right, let me make sure I've got everyone done. I did Rascals last week. I'm just trying to make sure we've got them all. Okay. So this week we're going to announce another team from, we're going to announce a European team. Because we didn't do that last week. So this week we're going to do a European team. We're going to announce Boisterous Behaviour alongside El Sky Team and I'm not going to announce the other Japanese team yet. I'm instead going to announce, I can't remember who else I can announce. Where's Violence? Violence is Forever will be announced. Wait. Who's that then? Which that will leave Red Dragon, Lost Psycho Circus, GYV, Zebrats, Lycos Gym and the YT team. That's the 6 one I've left for 3 episodes. Have I announced more than I think? I've announced 9, haven't I? No, I've announced 6. Should be 10 more. I've only announced what? Red Dragon, Sky Team. Red Dragon. We've done Sky Team. We've done Butcher Baby. Lost Psycho Circus. GYV. Violence is Forever. Zebrats, Lycos Gym. 7. Yeah. Yeah, because we do this and then yeah. Okay. So we're going to announce one of the big teams here, and we're going to announce Red Dragon. Well, though. 3 minutes. Which should leave us now with one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 minutes, which comes over the next few weeks. But we are going to actually do a little teasing for one of the announcements in an angle, which is going to be here, which is the only thing that we need to set up for, obviously. I know what I'm looking for. Which is I can't. I know there's one around here somewhere. Which is what I'm looking for. Contract, champion challenge, arm wrestling, apology, tag team promo, single promo, alliance rejected, alliance formed. That okay. So that's what I need in a couple of weeks. I think that's what we're going to need. But for this week, he's not going to do that. Instead, he's going to run a match, because that makes sense to do. Which is going to be, I think it's obvious who it's going to be based on the fact that I was like, oh yeah, someone who's going to be here to, well, the team needs to be created. And it is. Hailing from the danger zone. And he's going to take on, I don't care it's heel versus heel, it works. It just gets Blake Christian another win. And he can do it in like really quick time again. Johnny Saint can run it. Blake Christian is going to take the win again, this time over Chris Danger, because we're slowly setting him up for big things. Purpose, make Blake Christian look good. I remember to do it this time. We'll also have, that's the middle of the card done. I think we are going to go with the women's title match being next week. And this week is going to be the setup to that, which is them actually getting physical after a modern TV opening. It's taken them a little while. Apart from the fact they had a match, then they just had a couple of promos where they didn't touch each other, but you know, they keep having these things. They're going to finally have a brawl. So it's a good long segment to start the show. We then also have these, which I did tell you Jay Bradley his match, which Jay Bradley will get his match today against Kratos, and you guessed it. I don't know if I'm not going to book them in another match after this. Just have a quick cheeky win for Kratos. They can go. I'll let Bradley actually have a little bit of a fight here, and before he gets beaten by Kratos. I think I put that as the opening match. Actually, no. No, yeah, that goes as the opening match. I open it with the feud. And then we need... I mean, Colby Carino is going to come out, do a little bit of bragging, which is going to be him bragging because how the last show ended. I don't know what I need. cheeky and go a little pull apart brawl between Latimer and Carino, because like Carino can come out and do his chat shit. But we're going to change how it's going to go. Brags about playing out Tom Latimer. He promises to take the belt from him. He responds to the call out and the two of them begin to brawl. Soon many staff and peers have to come and break up. Cool. That's longer than I expected it to be. That's fine. I'm not sure that goes what's making it so long? Carino having a 5-minute thing, you know, we'll just do that. That should work. I can have 21 minutes. We've got time for the main event as well to happen. Which we haven't actually had a tag team match take place as of yet. So the first time for everything, and we're gonna give some teams a match, and those teams will be, I don't know, the other way. I'm beginning to realise we don't have many face teams actually not champions. Hell yeah, Lennox and Murdoch, the champions, can have a match where they can take on I'm thinking the country. They can take on Blunt Force Trauma, managed by Aaron Stevens. Well, obviously, the tag champs are going to win. He's going to pin Mike Knox. Yeah, he's going to pin his own tag team partner in the match. Kenta Kobashi, champions, getting a win. And the purpose? I can't make it both members of the tag team look good. Okay. Fine, we won't make any. Aaron Stevens should interfere. But Aaron Stevens still gonna get the fuck kicked out of him. I forgot to put the time. Main event. Same kind of thing as yours do. 12 minutes. This is gonna be one of the longest shows we've run. This is the longest show we've run so far, in fact. And it's time to get to the show. It's time for another episode of NWA Livewire, and we start off today's show. With Natalia Markova talking trash about Kenzie Page, who interrupts and reciprocates, and the pair again finally get their hands on each other for the first time after their last match. Since their last match, they brawled. They put their hands on each other, and it's announced next week, Markova Page 2 for the NWA Women's Championship. In the first match of the evening, Jay Bradley got his match against Kratos, and again Bradley just couldn't get the best of Kratos. Terrible match, not much fair reaction. 5%. Not the worst, not the best. And now the next announcements for the the Crockett Cup. Announcing first from Europe, man like Darius, Leon Slater, boisterous behaviour. El Sky Team from Mexico, Mystico and Volador Jr. And two men who haven't teamed together in quite some time. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Red or Redragon, one of the greatest teams to ever lace up their boots, and they're entering the Crockett Cup. And as well as that, Chris Danger takes on Blake Christian, and Blake Christian gets the match won very quickly in 4 minutes. 39% crowd reaction. 2-star match though. 40%, 47% generally on the final score. And then Colby Carino comes out and brags about laying out Tom Latimer and promises others to take the title from him. Latimer responds to the call, and the two of them begin to brawl. Soon many staff members are to come out to break it up. 55% didn't go as well as we would have hoped. And in the main event, your NWA Tag Team Champions Knox and Murdoch took on Blunt, Force, Trauma, and the Tag Champs. Showing why the Tag Champs, they win the match. Not much reaction, but 2-star match, 47%, and they did enough. Damage was a little out of breath, but he just about managed the time, and that's the end of NWA Livewire, and that is the end of this stream. This is the end of this video as well. I will see you guys for the next one, which will, if you're here live for the live stream, will be in the coming days. And if you're for the video, it should also come in the coming days after the video goes up. But for now, guys, I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for being here if you are on the live, and I'll see you in the next video and stream. But for now, peace.